Samantha, you cannot just win the money game with your rate of return. You also have to take into consideration taxes. That's the other battle. And I'm going to show you an example of how to employ both the rate of return and the taxes, the tax battle in particular. So let's say 30 years ago, a young man he said, I want to have $1 million when I'm age 60. So he had 30 years to accomplish that, but he had no idea how to do it. So he went to his bank and he said, Mr. Banker, I would like to have $1 million when I'm 60. How much money do I need to save every month to do that? So Mr. Banker calculated and came back and he said, that will take exactly $1,639.29 per month. Ready to get started? I don't think so. Instead, he walked away very discouraged and never saved a dime. So we don't want to be in that category, do we? Absolutely not. So that was at a rate back in those years at 5% growth. So now let's look at if we could have gotten him a better rate, what that would have done. Let's say that instead of 5%, we were able to help him with his goal of earning $1 million in 30 years. If we could have gotten him 10%, how much do you think he would have had to save per month? Well, the amount there is about $700. And so, Samantha, can most people save $1,600 a month? No, not at all. How about $700 a month? Can most people save that today? Not typically, you're right. But you see the difference the rate made? Half of $1,639 is $820 basically. But it didn't, he made 10%, but he had to save $700 a month. Now let's go one step further, and let's say that we still get him the 10% rate, but this time we're going to be able to defer the taxes on that money and the interest that it's earning, and see what kind of difference that makes to the total. So let me help put this into perspective. With deferring the taxes on the money that was earning interest for those 30 years, he would have only had to put away $438 a month. Isn't that amazing? $438 a month to accomplish his goal when we combined a decent interest rate along with tax deferral. So can you see, Samantha, the concept of tax deferral and the value of it? Absolutely, absolutely. So, in fact, when we're done, with step 6 and the second visit and helping you with your specific goals, you will know how and when you can potentially be financially independent, or certainly what type of long-term income you can create for yourself, or long-term savings that you can generate. You will have that information. Isn't that neat? It takes the mystery out of not knowing or guessing at what it would take, and you lose time. So this is extremely important for somebody at your age, and to take a look and make changes today. So what would it mean to you again if you didn't have to go to work anymore? What was that first trip? Yeah, absolutely. That's great. So now think about it. If you were financially independent and had the options, you could do what you want, when you want, and how you want. That's part of the tremendous beauty and value of having choices, and financial independence brings choices. So to wrap up, I just want to tell you a quick little story about, in fact, it was just the other day, we were at the second meeting, and that's the implementation phase. Typically, with someone like yourself. And the wife said she was just so excited. She got up and she said, "You know what? If I went to every door in this neighborhood and knocked on it and asked my neighbors, when will you be financially independent? None of them would know. They would not be able to answer that for me. I know that." And so it's so exciting, she said, that she and her husband know that they have a plan, that they've got a shared vision and goal in that area. And so that's just one of the wonderful things that comes out of knowing and having a winning plan at the money game. So Samantha, what we're going to do is, with your permission, go ahead and set up a second visit and come back with some ideas. I'd like to ask you a few questions first so that I can do the very best job for you. And then we'll set up that second visit and look forward to it.